Good evening. Good evening, team. We are able to see my screen and am I audible? Could you please confirm quickly? Thank you, Anupama. Yeah, we'll start in next 2 minutes. Oh, Deepali, that's okay, Deepali. Yeah. Okay, I think Deepali, I think you have to click on database. There will be three options: Windows, database, and third one probably Microsoft login. So you have to click on second option, I guess. Probably you have selecting Windows. That's the reason you couldn't able to log in. You have to select database from that, from the list. Good evening, Anupama. Yes, Anupama, what do you have? May I know what's your question? Hi, Saurav. Hi, Purti. Okay, Anupama, we'll see today. We are we are going to work on same thing, SQL Server installation and all. We'll give it a try. That's okay, Sharma. Hi, Raja. Hi, Rishman. You have to download personal mode. Yeah, Anupama. Today we are going to install again. Once again, I will show you how you can download it. Okay. Yesterday I saw two new joinees here in our class. Could you just raise your hands? Just wanted to know who are joined. No one. No worries. Okay, guys, I hope you all given uh, try and see the difference between direct mode connection and uh, what do we have? Import connection, right? Perfect. If you are not yet done, please give it a try and you will see the difference. And in our curriculum also, they have mentioned what various, in which scenarios we'll see the difference. Let me quickly show you that. Just give me a second. So if you're still facing issues when you're connecting to Azure, just leave it as it is and just try to connect with your local SQL. Yeah, here you see, this is the difference between direct query and import query. So that's why I said prepare two reports. One is for import and another for direct query. And you will see these many changes. I mean, these many difference you will see. So size, when you have an import, right? So you can import up to 1 GB per data set. Obviously in direct query, there is no limit such because data always sitting in where? In database. So we are not importing anything in our local system. Yes or no? So here, when you have a connection with import, when you have a connection with import, then you can connect. This is your Power BI desktop, right? So here you can connect data from, you can get the data from SQL, you can get the data from Excel, right? And even you can get the data from OData feed. You are importing data from different sources. This can be possible only when you have a connection called import. Whereas when you have a report with direct connectivity, direct connection, sorry, direct connection, in this case you cannot connect with multiple data sources. Getting us, if you have a direct connectivity query, here we cannot connect with the multiple sources. It will always single source. It could be SQL, it could be Oracle, it could be anything, but always a single because you have a connection, direct connection. And here performance wise, it's a high performance. Here depends on your data set and all. It's vary. Somebody asked me, right, how we can schedule refresh. Is there any limitation? So for import, yes, maximum eight schedules per day. Again, this will be vary based on your license key, right? Based on your license key, this will be changing. But here in direct query, you don't really need to configure this refresh because it's always connecting with database. Here, Power BI gateway, we'll see today, and then you will get to know what exactly it means. Data transformation support all transformation when you have import. But here it's a limitation. In data modeling also, no limitation. Again, here we have a some set of a limitation. DAX expression, you can perform all the DAX functions, but here you will see the some restriction when you are writing a advanced DAX functions here, right? So what else we have? Calculated field. Yesterday we have seen, I have shown you, right? There was no view called data. We used to have this view, right? Data view, our Power BI here. This is when we have a direct query. When we have a direct query, you don't see this option enabled. But when you have a import based report, import based Power BI, then you could see this one. So if you see that, then again you have an option to write your calculated fields and all. But here you couldn't able to write calculated tables. You cannot perform calculated columns also. Quick insights. Yesterday we have seen, right, quick insights. So that can be possible only when you have a import query. With direct query, you publish the report with direct query. You publish one Power BI report with direct query, and you will see, do you see this quick insight and quick insights or not? This option is not available when you have a direct query report. And Q&A, we have seen this Q&A also, right? So this option is only enabled when you have a report called import connection. So you don't see this option enabled for direct query. Change data connectivity mode, where you will see this here. Here, this area you will see. As of now, I'm not having any connection as of now. It's a fresh workbook. Power BI desktop is a fresh workbook, so I don't see. But in your case, if you open, you will see this option. If you have a connection with import, you will see import to direct query. You will see this option here in Power BI. Here you will see that option. If you click on this option, then your import query becomes a direct query. But you already have a connection called direct query, but you cannot go back to import option. You see here, possible to change direct to, sorry, when you have a direct query, it's a possible to change direct query to import, but when you have an import option, you cannot make a direct query. When you have a direct query, then you can always make it as an import. But when you have an import query, you cannot make it as a direct query. So where you will see this last option, you will see this last option in Power BI desktop here. Here you will see that option. Why I can't see now? Because I just opened this Power BI desktop. I'm not connecting to any data sources. Get it? So again, to get more idea on this, just create two reports. I repeat once again, and you will see the changes. Probably I made a note. I think this is for something else. Okay, let me take up your queries. Whenever you have an import query, right? Sharma, you have to understand in different way. Don't stick yourself with Excel. If you have a data in import connection, right? In that case, you can have this quick insight. Measure, Saurav, you can write measures. Measure is nothing but a DAX, right? You will write measures through DAX. So few DAX will not work when you have a direct query. Saurav asking measures can be applied in direct query. Yes, you can apply measures in direct query. You can write a DAX, but there is a limitation. Okay, all DAX will not work when you have a direct query mode. Okay, clear? So far, so good. Now, well, yeah, calculated column cannot be applicable because you cannot see that data view only. Saurav, in that case, you cannot have calculated column. Even in direct query, you cannot write calculated table also. Can we use import all these? Can we use import all the times? Yes, it's up to you based on your business requirement, right? You can have import, or sometime you can have a direct query. Rahul said, sir, after session, can you please check my uploaded file in Google Drive? Yeah, sure, definitely. Again, Prashant is asking this question. Guys, you don't confuse. Prashanti said, is this import and direct query is only for SQL database or even for other data sources also? Guys, remember, this applicable for all type of databases, all type of data sources. You have a two options. One is import and another one is direct query. Getting import means if you have a SQL server, Oracle server, Azure, it could be anything. You can import partial data from database. And on top of once your reporting part is done, you upload that report in Power BI services, and again you will configure refresh to get the latest data. Second thing, direct query. Your data source could be anything. It could be SQL, Oracle, or any cloud platform databases. Doesn't matter. When you want to have direct connection, you want to show your business stakeholder live data. So then you will go for direct query. Okay, when you have a direct query, you don't require to have a refresh because it's always connecting with the database. It always give you latest data. As simple as that. Don't confuse. Edureka guest, it's up to you again. Okay, let's look at our queries. Sorry, look at our today's agenda. What we have today. Guys, today we are going to work on Power BI report server. This one. Okay, just first I will go through all the slides theory, then we'll see how we can configure. So in order to show you, I need someone volunteer here so that I'm going to implement this in your laptop. A guy who already installed SQL Server, SQL database. Okay, I need that system to show you because I already installed it. I will take just 15 minutes, then I will wrap up then and there. Today we are going to see Power BI report server and paginated report also. So this is only we have only one slide here to talk. But anyway, if you install report builder, I will show you how you can build paginated report also. Probably we'll see row level security if allow, otherwise then we'll see tomorrow. I will show you data gateways also, but today let's not go into detail. We are wasting too much time. Let's see what is Power BI report server. Okay. Guys, let me open PowerPoint. Can we open PowerPoint like this? So it's very easy. Try to understand the concept first. All right. Yeah. Guys, here we have our own system. This is my laptop. Okay. My laptop or your laptop. This is done. Now here, what we have done, we prepared our dashboards. Yes or no? Power BI dashboard report we have created here. Once preparation is done, what we have done, we upload into cloud. All right, let's bring cloud symbol because we have cloud symbols. Ha. This is nothing but your Power BI services, right? app.powerbi.com. It's a services. We always call as a Power BI services. Don't confuse. Okay. Now let's add one again. One simple line here. This is done now, right? Now for user, in order to access this report, now this isn't sitting in here. This small piece sitting in here. This is sitting in here. Now, if our end user wanted to access this report, what he needs to have? Who will tell me? Who will answer this question? This is my user, end user. Okay, my end user trying to access this report. What at minimum he need? What is the minimum requirement to access this report? Minimum, don't make it so complex. Minimum requirement. Sharma, yes. One minimum requirement is link. That's correct. Exactly. Now all are correct. Shared access. Yes, he should have a access. Right? He should have a access. He need to purchase license. Yes or no? No, you all are on track. Perfect. Okay. Now, is it so? Oh, what's the license? License. He need to have a license to access this report. Right? So, what is license? Then what is how much it costing around per month? At least if you go with Pro license key, it will cost minimum 600 rupees per month. Right? How much per month? 600 rupees Microsoft is charging. Right? And what else we have a drawback here? This entire setup, if you see this entire setup maintained by whom? It's a managed service. Managed service maintained by Microsoft. Yes or no? It is maintained by Microsoft. I don't have a full control on this. Though I have a pro license key or though I have a premium license key, I do not have a full control on this setup, right? For example, let's take one step ahead. Per head, per user, we have to pay 600. What if I want to purchase 200 license? How much it costing? You have to multiply this 200 with 600. Yes or no? It's huge amount, right? Per month, this much amount. Every month I have to pay at least 1,20,000 to get pro license key for 200 users. It's involved too much cost here when it comes to organization level. Yes or no? Again, we have a premium also. Again, it will cost more than this. And this is the one drawback. And another drawback, what we have, this is maintained by whom? Microsoft. So I don't have a control on this. My organization doesn't have any control on this. Okay, this is done. And what else we have here? So here, of course, you will be having a very good features, but really I don't really need those features. Basic feature is enough for me. Basic. And this is cloud setup. It's not on premises. That means this setup is not installed in my office. Getting? So that's why we call them as a cloud. When you say on prem, that means this setup will be placed in your office premises. So you will be having a whole control on this setup. You can see physical lab servers, right? Now, in order to overcome these all challenges, Microsoft provided some other option called Power BI report server. Power BI report server. What does that mean? So instead of placing your reports into Power BI services, instead of placing your reports into Power BI services, you are going to place your report in your office setup called on premises. So here you will be having a one server. What do you mean by server? It's a machine. Just you will try to understand in this way. It's a server. Here, this is my server. So I'm going to place this report in my server. My end user will access my end user will access this report from my on premises server. Here I don't need to buy license. Yes or no? And I have full control on my setup. This is on premises. Of course, I have to compromise with futures. I have to compromise with few futures. Yes or no? And implementation also very less. Implementation is very easy here. Getting? You understood this all concept? Now this is a cloud-based setup. But yes, you need to have a license key to access your system, to access your reports and dashboards. But here, when we call as a report server, so you will be having your server in your local office. So you are going to place your reports into this. Okay. Here one is challenge. In order to have your Power BI report, you must have some other version in terms of Power BI. Here you will call as a Power BI RS. Here you will prepare a report in this setup. You see this one. This is called a Power BI desktop with RS, where you will see this small letter, you see RS here. It will be seen, or else you can see this one Jan 2012. That means this is the latest update we received in the month of January. The release date, latest update will be mentioned in the bracket, right? Look and feel, everything remains same. There is no difference between desktop. This is a normal Power BI desktop what we have worked so far, and this is called a report server Power BI desktop. There is no difference between these two, but only one difference, that is, if you see here save as, here you will get one extra option called Power BI report server for this setup. But if you open this Power BI desktop, you won't see that option enable here. That is the only difference between these two desktop. Other than this, you don't have anything. Getting? Let me take up questions. Is it clear, guys? Any questions around this? Am I audible? Yes, no? Any questions? Yes, sir. You have to install Power BI RS separately. Ha, sure. I got it. Okay, no problem. You see now. Let's look at practical way. Now focus on my screen. This is my Power BI desktop. I have created, this is normal Power BI desktop, right? Now, I am creating some visuals here. Once this is done, I am placing this report where in server. This is called Power BI service. So far, so good, right? This is BI services. So this is a cloud-based setup. This is cloud-based setup. So when I share this report to my end user, what he needs to have to connect this report? He needs to have a license key. Yes or no? Look at here. Now we are using free account. You see this? In real time, we are not going to use this free account. We'll use pro account, at least minimum pro license key. We'll use it, right? So just I'm saying for you to understand, pro license key, if you purchase, it's costing around 600 rupees in Indian currency. 600 rupees you have to pay. If you are working in a smaller scale company and you have a 200 employees and they really need to have this Power BI reports, so if you purchase license key for 200 rupees, sorry, 200 people per month, it costing around 1,20,000. Yes or no? It's here you have a cost, so much cost you have to bear to have this Power BI services setup. So far, so good. What is second point I highlighted? Here you do not have any control on this setup. If you want to remove this app, can you remove this? Or you want to add some extra tab here? Can you do that? Can I do that? No. So these all options given by whom? Microsoft. For example, you just gone into Amazon, right? Do we have control to change anything here in these tabs? No, we're not having any control. This is owned by whom? Amazon. Yes, no. In the same way, this is a Power BI. This is managed by whom? Microsoft. Do we have any control to make changes here? No. That means this setup is managed by Microsoft. I don't have any control to configure according to my requirement. Yes or no? Now you understood? Now, Microsoft, what they did, they introduced one concept called Power BI server, report server. That means you will place your reports in your office premises, you will create one server. What do you mean by server? Guys, server is nothing but a high-end machine, laptop. You will say it's not exactly laptop, it's a high-end machine with high RAM and hard disk. Everything is will be in high, and that server should be enabled up and running for 24 by 7. Okay, getting? So now what you will do, you will again write, you will draw visuals, you prepare a report. Instead of publishing in your Power BI services, what you will do, you will play report in your local server. This is your local server. Look and feel looks same as it is. Now in order to access this system, in order to access this setup for end user, access where it's, yeah, in order to access this whole setup, right, you don't really need to purchase license key, because this is your own baby. This is your own baby. You don't really need to pay any license, you don't really need to pay license and anything. This is designed by your right. So how end user will access? So your IT team will create credential for them. Do you all having Outlook access in your company? You have email access, right? So how you are getting a Outlook access? By IT. In the same way, IT team will create one form here to enter your user ID and password. The moment when you enter password, user ID and password, that will take you to this place and you can access your reports. If you feel that no, I don't like this kind of setup, then you can pretty much change this background color. You can add, you can, as you see here, Amazon, right? So pretty much same, you can make your web page something like this, because you have a full control on this. You have a full control on this. This is a cost saving, easy to access, easy to maintain, because this is placed in your office premises. Now, any questions? Getting? Guys, any questions so far? Client, see guys, client can access your report server also. You have to just give user credentials. That's it. Here, only thing is you don't need to purchase license key, pro license, premium license. You don't really need those license keys. Getting? Yeah. Now on top of this, what I said here, if you see, this is a Power BI desktop, normal Power BI desktop, right? Here you have a small catch here. When you want to place your report in report server, you have to install this Power BI. Let me show you report desktop. There is another version called one Power BI desktop. In bracket, you see this January. That means this is I think this is a release date. Jan 22, 2022 is a release date. I mean, they are keep on sending updates, right? So every 6 months they will release updates. So this is the really latest update information. So if you open this RS, you will see here RS small icon here. If you look, probably if you see this one RS, so here what you will see, there is no difference between this Power BI desktop and what we used for report services. Only difference is when you save here, if when you click in file, here you save as, you see here Power BI report server, you will see this extra option here. You will see extra option here, Power BI report server. But if you open this Power BI desktop, right, you don't see that extra option here. Directly it will take you to different window to save this file. Getting? Again, there are pros and cons using Power BI services and report server. We'll see very shortly. Definitely there will be difference. There is no doubt about it. All right? Because this is you are getting for free of cost with very less amount. And Power BI services you are getting for cost. You have to pay for it. So definitely there will be changes, right? There will, okay. So let's see what else we have here. And you see Power BI report service on premises report server with a web portal. Again, you will access your report in web only. Okay. Allow organization to host Power BI reports and which display and manage your KPIs. KPI is nothing but your reports. You see this one. Why on-prem? Why not on cloud? Complement the Power BI services, high regulated customers integrate into existing investment in remoting server services. This is all about your cost and how well how cheap you can get these services on premises. These are the key features. We already discussed this. You are placing this report server in your offices. You can interact in web pages, maximize the use of custom visuals. Of course, here also you have an option to view your report in mobile phone. And again, here you can export your data in CSV. This can be possible in your Power BI services also. Again, they added some key features here. What is the architecture? You will see this one. This one you see now. What is the architecture? Let me take you first. You need to have a report server database. This also reports. This report server data means simply SQL Server. Report builder, that is nothing but Power. Here we have a paginated report builder. Can call it as a paginated report here. This is a paginated report. So you have to install this one also. We'll see one report how you can build paginated report. And this report designer is nothing but your desktop. Your desktop. They just used technical words. I'm just decoding them in a simple way. You see this report manager and report server, data sources and all, right? So once you install this all setup, report server, if you install this report server, it needs one database to place this all details. For example, let me erase this all. Wait, I will tell you. I will do some reverse engineering so that you can understand. Wait here, hold on. If you see my screen, now I'm in Power BI services, cloud, right? Now we created few workspaces yesterday. We created workspaces, we uploaded our files, and every file has a different data set also. Yes or no? Let's take some our workspace. This one. You see now, we placed our files. Each file has a another extension for data set. This is a data set where this data set is storing. This data set is storing in Azure data lake in backend. That means Power BI services needs some place to store these all details in backend. Yes or no? So without having this support, it cannot carry this hell set of hell amount of data or this all reports, right? So in backend, it's carrying or it's storing this set of information. The place we call as a Azure data lake storage. It's storing My data sets is storing in this place. In the same way, my Power BI server also, report server also needs some place to store your data per report. For that, we are giving SQL Server. If you install SQL Server, you will see those options. Really, we don't configure, we don't say these all setup. By default, it will store this setup, report server, database and all. It will be storing by default. See, here it will store everything in your local system or in your SQL Server. Getting? No, yes, no. Understood? See, again, guys, don't confuse. Okay, if you confuse, just let me know. I will explain it one very simple way. See, now what is this report designer? Report designer is nothing but your desktop, RS desktop. This one, this one. Okay, and report builder is nothing but a your report builder. I think I don't know how many of you already installed this. This report builder. What is this report builder? What it does? In this, you can prepare paginated reports. PAGINATED. Paginated reports you can create in this. Okay. Now, what is data source? Is data source is nothing but your. It could be anything, SQL, or it could be anything. One data source it really need. Okay. What is report server database? So this is nothing but this one. You see here, report server database. Okay. Why we need to have this one? Why my report server having these all details? My question is, why my report server need this all information? Because everyone needs this information. Let's take one step back where we are so familiar with this Power BI services. You see this Power BI services, it's a cloud based, right? When I'm placing my report, I see two files on same name. One is report and another one is data set. That means this report carrying this data set. Yes or no? Now tell me where this data set is storing, where it stay saved. So if you see here, if you go to workspace and setting, just click on this Azure connections. This is a place where my data is going and thing in this place, Azure Data Lake Generation 2 storage. This is a place where my data is storing. Yes or no? Very simple. When you are going to buy vegetables and you are going to market to purchase, don't you carry any bag? You will carry bag also, right? Why? To place all vegetables in the bag. You need to have a containers to store your goods. Yes or no? If you're not carrying bag, at least what you will do, you will purchase one bag. When you go to supermarket with empty hands, they will ask you, boss, do you need bag to carry these goods? You will say, yes, I need. Then they will charge 5 rupees. Okay, pay 5 rupees and take this carry bag and you place your grocery in this. Yes or no? So without this bag, how you'll carry your vegetables? It's become very difficult, right, to carry. So in the same way, I built my report. I placed in this Power BI services. How it should carry? It should have some container to store your data or to store your report. So in backend, my Power BI services taking help from this storage account to store your details. Now clear? In the same way, when you have a report server, that is your on-prem. So it's also required some container. Few container it requires to store your data or used to store your reports. That is called report manager report. This is a report server database. In this database, it will store all information about your data and reports. That's it. Getting now? Mark, there is no limit. Now, is it clear, guys? It's just a container. You have it will be taken care by server. We really don't need to do any configuration in this. I still see questions on your faces. Question mark in your faces. Still confused? No, no questions, no reaction at all. No, 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 Saurav. Guys, we are going to place this all in our server. So we are least bother about memory. Okay. Do you all go to market? Do you all go to market to purchase vegetables, to buy vegetables? Do you all carry bags? Yes or no? Why you are carrying bags? To hold vegetables. Yes or no? Simple way. That's it. If you understood this line, it's pretty easy. I placed my report in Power BI services. My report contain report visuals. My report contain data set also. For this Power BI services, need to have a carry bag. Okay. So this is a carry bag. This is a carry bag to hold this information. Clear? Is it clear so far? Is it clear so far? Now come here. Perfect. Now, this is a cloud setup, right? So this is also cloud. This is also cloud. Wait, I will show you. Portal.azure.com. Okay, I need to get my mobile phone. Okay. Luckily, it didn't ask any credential to ask. You see now what was that? You see now storage account, Azure Data Lake storage. You see this one. So this is a place. If I click, these are the services what we have in our Azure setup, right? Storage account, Azure database, this all are. So this is a place. It will pick up one service because this is also cloud based, right? And my Power BI also cloud based. Take one carry bag from cloud and it will place your information in. That's it. Getting? Now cloud and cloud. This is a cloud setup. It will take from cloud. No worries. Now, is this my report server is a cloud based? Come here. Is this setup what we are doing now? Report server. Is it cloud based? No. This is on-prem. That means you are literally purchasing one server, big server. Your organization, your company literally purchase one hard disk, big hard disk. Okay, it's very heavy. They will place in your office somewhere and they will assign one IP address. Then they will configure as a they will install one operating system, server operating system, and they will configure with IP address and all setup. Okay, that part is done. So that server, when you install SQL Server in that service on server, then it will take some space. You see this one from your server, it will take some space and it will store your report information or data information, whatever you are creating in a SQL Server. This is a storage. It's a carry back for your report server. Now I think now it's clear now. EG, now is it clear now? I think you got the answer for your question. EG, I don't know who is EG. Ha, cloud is matching on-prem. That's it. Since this is in cloud, it will take help from cloud. Since my report server is on-prem, it will take the space from my SQL server, or it could be any server. That's it. Sharma will see difference and all. Now, so we have spent too much of time here. That's okay. But still, if you have a question, then it's a problem. We spend almost 40 minutes, but still, if you have a questions, let us know, because by this time you should not have any questions in your mind. But guys, we are not going to configure these all things. By default, it will be taken care automatically. Here you have a limitations. Power BI feature. Definitely there are, you will see the limitations a lot. Here you cannot have subscriptions. We have seen subscriptions also, right? So that option is not available in your report server. Constraint to analysis service data model constraints. You have lack of exporting options. In your Power BI services, you have an option to export your report in PDF, PPT and all, right? So here you won't see those options. No preview supported by Power BI services. When you have Power BI desktop, right, you can see preview features also. So definitely we'll see this all limitations, because it's a free of cost. I mean, very less amount you have to spend on this report server when you compare with Power BI services. Okay, there is a difference between brand watch. Okay, and again, at least first copy to watch, first copy. Okay, non-brand watches. If you purchase Ulysses Nordin watch, this is a US brand, Ulysses Nordin watch. It's a 13 lakhs. But if you purchase same watch, first copy, it will charge you around 8K. Okay, because you have to compromise sometimes. Getting? Uh, Comparing Power BI report server. Yeah, you see here, this is modern life cycle policy. This can be done by your IT guy, or you what you call web page developers, PHP developers, right? Or DB guy also can install. Even you can install now. Very shortly we'll install this. QA not supported here. We have seen, right, QA that is not supported. If you have any R visuals, Python visuals, that cannot be seen in your Power BI report server, but that can be seen in your Power BI services. Create Power BI report in browser. No, you cannot create your reports in browser. But here you can create Power BI in Power BI services. You can create reports in browser also. I think we didn't check this one, right? I will show you this, how you can create it. Gateway. This is not required to have gateways, because both are on-prem. Uh, when it comes to gateway topic, then you will understand what it's all about. Now, guys, I need one PC where you have a SQL Server installed already. So once you have this, then let's give a try. Then we'll install. It's pretty easy. You have to just click on yes, 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 and probably where we have to I think this is not mentioned here. They have given some other, I guess. Let me see here. Gateway installation. Let me open my. Yes. Reports also installed. Great. Who is not at all installed? At least tell me who installed SQL Server. Then we can install this Power BI report server in your laptop and be ready to display your screen. If it is all good. Anupama, you had issue, just park it because we cannot fix it now. Saurav, you can you able to share your screen because Saurav said SQL Server already installed. Then we can give a try. How? But I think are you not using your office laptop? If you are using office laptop, then probably you will have some issues. You are using office laptop. No, you will have some technical issues. Okay, Edureka, but Edureka guest, I don't know who is Edureka guest. So let me, who is Edureka? Could you raise your hand? Then I will make you presenter. Just raise your hand. I don't see your hand raised here. What's your email address? Sachin Power. Arif. SD Arif. Ha, here. Got it. Now make a presenter. Guys, get ready now because we cannot undo this. Okay, this is you already installed, I guess. Report server you already installed. This is SQL report, right? Okay. Now let me unmute you. Unmute all. Close this. Minimize this all. You are already unmuted. Just unmute yourself from your end. Cancel this. Okay. Now, oh, where did you download it? We have to install this
Which one?
report server. You just open
Report.
my presentation. Yeah.
No, report server I already installed.
You already installed report server also. You already installed, right? So who
Yes.
is not installed? Who is not a configured report server? I want a person who is not configured report server.
One thing is when we are doing this gateway, right? It is asking about the email
No, yeah,
address.
wait. We are not into a gateways now. Anupama, okay, we'll take Anupama. Anupama, you are not at install SQL Server, right? So that's the reason I'm not taking your system. If you would have already installed SQL Server, definitely I would have taken your laptop, right? Getting Anupama? We need to have a SQL Server installed. Yeah. Rahul, just I'm making you presenter. Let's see. Okay, we'll see now. And Saurav, you are now becoming a presenter. Okay, unmute yourself and just open my PPT also. Simultaneously, we can show our audience how you can do this. This is SQL Server is done. Okay, open that one perfect Power BI report server, guys. If you're already not installed this, please pay attention and just follow these instructions. Click on it, download free trial. This is the first time you are downloading this.
Yeah.
Okay. So downloading is different, installation is different. Guys, you all just download this. What I said, download this, but don't install. Soro Power BI report server, yes.
Good evening, Abdul. I'm Pawan.
Hey, hi.
Hi, Abdul. While I'm while I'm downloading, it's asking some credentials like first name, last name, and email address and company address, so and so things in this website.
Yes, you have to give those all details.
Okay, okay,
Okay. Guys, I
okay,
shared
Abdul.
that
Sure.
PPT also. Yeah, you just go through that PPT. Okay. And I think I placed gateway installation also. But anyway, we'll see today gateway installation, how it can do. What we'll do again in this complete 1 hour, we'll configure everything today only. Guys, don't deviate from the topic. Okay. And don't confuse and don't scare. Give a try. And I bet on this. Next day, you will going to implement this report server in your company. Take one test server. Ask your boss to provide you one test server. Every company has a test server and just implement it. And it's a free of cost. Now this is done. Perfect. Just look at screen, just refresh. First refresh, we'll see. Refresh, you have to refresh. No, close this, close this, close this. Rahul, close this. Refresh. Go on mute, Rahul, go on mute and just refresh. Okay. Now open this, guys. Look at screen. Double click on it. Click on install Power BI report. Evaluation expires. Okay. I accept license terms. Next. Install Power BI server only. Okay. Say okay. Install. Very long back I have installed this in my system. So pardon me if I go wrong. Okay, now configure manually and customize settings. Configure report server. Yes, click on this. Guys, all of you, in the same page, wait. All of you here, because we are not going to do it this again and again. Okay, Saurav said, please wait. Perfect answer. Who is doing simultaneously? Could you just raise your hands? Oh my God, perfect. So in real time, if you are doing this in real time also, how you can do? One, for test purpose, you can do in your own laptop. That is what we are doing currently. Okay, if you want to implement this in your company, ask them to provide one test server, and the test server should have SQL Server also installed. Okay, in that test server, you have to install this. Getting? Now here server name, you can uh, reports with server name, click the find button. Okay, could you open your SQL Server? Okay, wait, now just click on connect. In SQL Server, there is a left top corner, there is a connect option, right? Connect, there is a connect here. No, not like within this pane only. You see the Edureka, left to that connect option. Click on it, click on database engine. Okay, hold on. You copy this, please specify a server name, click the find. Okay, now find it. Click OK. Now find it once again. Now server name, we have to mention server name, Nilesh, there. Okay, do one thing. SQL server name. Okay, click OK. Exactly. Yeah, click OK. Go back to that SQL server. Wait. Cancel this. You just drop down. Click on the drop down. There must be something else with your employee. Okay. Here you should have your local server name. Probably start from your username. Okay. So here authentication. Just wait. Okay. Initially, what did you get? Same thing. In SQL Server authentication, click on the drop down. Click
Yeah,
on
Abdul,
Windows authentication. Yeah.
yeah, we can change to Windows actually.
Yeah. No, again, you should get something else here, server name. Click on OK. You see there is an option called TKASA, right? You just give that name. TKESIA, right? So just give that name. Initially, you got the same thing, but you just delete it. Find it now. Remove that. Okay, remove that characters numeric. I think you have to remove that whole set 1026, right? From there, you have to remove that 1026. Now find it. Yeah, only system name. Can anybody help here? Only system name, but how we can find out the system name? We have to find out his server name here. Star dot say dot find it. Say connect now. Continue. What do you see here? No, you don't switch to that. You have to configure from first page onwards. Guys, anybody can help here?
Yeah, Abdul, for me, I've started a server. Now the start bottom is inactive and the stop is active bottom.
You have to start it.
Yeah, it's already started. Start bottom is in active mode. Means already started.
Okay.
And it's showing something like instance ID is something and edition is Power
Okay.
BI service.
May I know who is this?
Yeah, Saurabh here, Abdul.
Saurav. Just give me a second, Saurav. And
Abdul, can I give one input?
yeah. First, we have to start the SQL server also.
Yes, in the SQL server, actually, when he tried to connect with his desktop credentials, right, Windows credentials, the services are not on, I guess. Okay, here the server name, he just needs to select the Windows server name. Can you just drop down that? No, the server name as well. It is not a.
It's not there. Nothing is there. Browse for more. Yeah, click on it.
I think just put a dot over there.
Yeah, anything is fine. Dot or some.
We tried with that, but it's not worked.
No. When he tried to connect, right, after connected, he need to enable the MS SQL Server services. Go to the
Services.
run.
Okay.
Yeah, go to run. And type services.msc. Just wait. Just come down. We'll get SQL down.
There is a one GUI also, right, for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me just check. The name is Micros. Yeah, you just go to the Microsoft. Let me just check from my system as well. What is the name? I forgot. Yeah, it
SQL
is
Server
SQL
Manager.
only. Yes. Yeah, SQL Server, MS SQL Server it is. SQL Server, come to SQL. Not Microsoft, it is with the S only initially.
Just type SQL. It will directly go there.
Not found from my side.
Okay, do one thing.
Yeah.
Go to programs. Go to in type here search, right? There you say SQL Server Manager. SQL. At least say manager. Manager. You say manager. MENAGR. Manager.
Abdul, I have typed one name in the chat window. Can you just try that?
No, my dear. You will see that manager will be in your Windows only. Don't just type their manager. Say, no, you can type here search. Type here to search. You see this option? Not there. Not there. Here in Windows, there is a window icon, right? Here from here you will type server manager. Just simply say manager. Hold on. Don't press anything. Wait. Hold on now. You see that report server configuration manager? Click on. It was there. Just go to back. Hit backspace. Take backspace. Wait now. Simply type manager. That's it, and stay there. Stay here. Just now it's gone. There's a configuration. Say configuration manager. You see their report server. Yes. Click on it. All are unmuted, Pawan. This Nilesh given one technique. This will also work. Wait, who is this? Rahul. You just open the. You will get one window, one small box. You will see there.
Where is it?
Just all tab. Press all tab. All tab. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's move on then. Again here you can give it just delete the Sedureka guest and all. Just delete that. Delete that. Yeah, delete one. Yeah, delete this. Type local db. Local db. Local db. Backslash. Type ms SQL. It's not ms SQL, Anilesh. It's SQL, right?
This is working for me.
Is it working? Okay. ms then SQL SQL. Yeah, localhost also will work. You simply say localhost. You remove everything
Yeah.
and say localhost and say Windows authentication. It will work.
Yes.
Localhost. Yes.
It works in both the ways
Then
actually.
Windows authentication. Click on enter. Connect it.
I think localhost should be without space.
Did he enter space? Oh my god. So who created this one? SQL Server perfectly.
For me, it is done, but I mean, I installed the RS as well, report server as well.
Oh, you already installed it. Okay.
Yes.
So I have installed the SQL Server, and report server is also connected for me.
Perfect. So you configured this report server also?
Yes.
Who is not yet configured report server? Sneha having issues. Okay. Edurika
See,
guest not configured.
for this case only, actually, I mean, we need to check the services to be enabled. It was disabled for me. I got a similar kind of issue. Then I enabled the services. It was fine. But services is not showing, I guess. I don't know.
He is not showing services in configuration manager also. So let me show you guys how it will be in my case. You see this one SQL Server configuration manager. From where I can get simple type manager. SQL Server configuration manager. You see this one? Click on this. So here you will see SQL Server should be up and running. See, this is now running mode. So we all are trying to get this is running. As an English and all, we all are trying to get this one. In your case, it was not shown anywhere. SQL Server configuration manager is not shown. Probably you're not install your SQL Server properly. So who else install SQL Server properly? And just I wanted to show you how you can configure SQL report server into your system. I can try me you can okay. Let me make Sorrow presenter. Make presenter Sorrow. Make presenter. Guys, don't feel bored. These are technical issues we are facing here, but that's okay. This looks better now. So guys, this is absolutely fine. You see now. So from Saurav got this desktop ECFO992, right? From where did he get? If you look at his background screen, right? Server name. It's a server name. It's nothing but your uh, laptop name, basically. By default, it will take your laptop name, and it will create SQL Server. So here you have to give the same server name. That means you are giving this report server. You are giving carry back to this report server. Now understood? Saurav, is it clear, all of you? You are just mentioning report server where to hold data set and report information. If you see in your SQL server, right, as of now we don't have any database for report server. Now in short, in next 15 minutes you will see those database details in SQL server also. Now simply say connect. Now hold on. Now if you see here, report service status is started. So from where you can see this started, just now I have shown you, right? If you go to report manager, there you will see this option should be enabled always. That means your SQL server is in active mode. That means correct. Don't click on stop. Next, go to next. Click on service account.
This account.
Yeah. Now keep as it is. Don't make any changes. Virtual service account. Let it be as it is. Go to web service URL. Now go here. Let it be as it is. Virtual directory report server. Let it be as it is. Port number should be 80, and this is a URL. Probably next you are going to connect with this URL. Say apply. Yeah. You see results there. So and you should get this error message, results message. The task successfully. Saurav, could you just copy that one, this URL, HTTP desktop? You see the report server web services URL. Yeah, just copy it. You just hover mouse and right click, or you'll see.
Yeah, nothing is happening.
Directly click on
Okay,
that. It will open in
click
a
on it.
web page. You can.
Huh. This site is asking you to. This site is asking you to sign in. So just cancel this. So basically, it will not ask you to sign in because it's your own laptop. Okay, cancel
Yeah,
this.
even if the laptop is having the credentials, right? We need to give those credentials in this case.
Okay, but I think it's not required here, but I don't know why. Okay, cancel this. No worries. No, you will come back here once again. Now this part is done. Go to database. Now here, if you see, we have to give the database details, but we have already given our SQL server details. So it will pick from there. It will create very fancy SQL server name. So don't do anything here. Just leave it as it is. Go to web URL, port web URL. Hold on here. Here you see reports are there, right? You can rename it. See virtual directory. You can rename this virtual directory, right? You just give any other name, or let it be report. Why we are in risk mode then. Remove that one, yeah. Now say apply. Hold on. So now here we are creating one web portal URL. So this is the one which you are going to give your end user. Remember guys, this is the one which you are going to give your end user. So end user will use this URL to access our reports. Now we are not using very fancy, but in real time, probably you can have any domain proper web page name here. You can have it. Now click on these reports now. Service unable. The service is unavailable. Why? Because you have to make active your service. SQL Server should be in active mode. All of you, is it clear now? This is how you will do the configuration. Click on advanced.
Inactive.
Is it inactive? Okay, no worries. Just come out from this. You just copy this. Anyway, you have this URL, right? Just click on exit. That's it. This is what you have to do here. Probably your service is unavailable, so you couldn't able to use this. You have to fix this again. So come out from this web page.
Exit, right?
Come out from this page. Yeah, exit. Click on exit. That's it. We don't need to do anything here. This actually should enable you. Oh, you do one thing. You just prefix as a HTTP. Go to that URL and say HTTP and colon. Go to, yeah, here you see HTTP. It's already there. Hit enter once again. Could you open your report SQL Server Manager? No, simply say configuration manager. That's sufficient. You see there, you configuration manager. Yeah, click on it. Click on SQL Server Services. Double click on it. You see it says stopped. Double click on it. Browser stopped. Yeah, start it. Start this one. There is a third option also. It says stopped. Click on third option. Make them enable. No, sir. Cancel this. We'll go one by one. Here you see SQL Server agent is stopped. Double click on it. Start here. You see here. Here you have option. Last. Okay. Now click on the SQL Server browser. Okay. Now why it stopped? Click on this account. Account name. You don't have SQL Server. Click on built-in accounts. What we have. Virtual. Is there any virtual account? Local. Click on local system. No, still it's not enabled. You just go to that web page, web page and just refresh. We'll see. That is somehow it stopped. Otherwise, you will see this. Who got this option enabled?
For me, it is working.
May I know your name?
Arif, I mean, strifullah@gmail.com.
Sneha also. Wow, it worked for me too. Let's look at Sneha's screen because she has been asking few minute questions and I'll make presenter. So Sneha, you had a problems, right? Initially, you had how did you fix it?
Yeah, one of the services, I think it was not started. So I started and it worked now.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
are you able to see the screen?
yes, I can see Samira name here.
Yeah, so that's the machine name. And if I say
Okay.
connect, so You want me to go step by step over here?
Yeah, web services URL.
Okay. So this wasn't, I just changed something over here and said apply.
Okay.
In database, it shows the report server name which is created.
Saurav, if you see here, in your case, it was not seen. Probably you can give a try by changing change database. Saurav,
Okay. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Go
I
to
can
web
see
portal.
this.
Yeah,
Sure.
perfect. By default, it will take Saurav. Guys, by default, it will take. But if it's not taking, then you have to take database information. Okay, now this is pretty cool. Then click on this
Yeah,
this URL.
yeah.
See now, guys, Sneha did it. So guys, if you're still facing issue, just do it from scratch. Most of the time, it won't have any issues. These are pretty easy. Sneha, did you find many difficulties in doing this? Much
Yeah,
difficult? No, right?
not difficult, I would say, but I had to uninstall it once and then do it again.
Yeah, that's it. There is a option called change database. Edurika guessed. That's it. You have to click on change database, and that will ask you where you have a SQL Server installed. Name. That's it. So guys, once this is done, let's go to action now. Now this part is done. Now what you have to do, you have to open this report server. Sorry, this Power BI desktop. You see this RS, guys. Sneha, have you installed this one also?
Yeah, just give me a minute.
Yeah. So here, whatever you're doing, right, this is similar as you have a Power BI desktop already. Okay. Let me close this. Let me again close this. From where can I install this one? Power BI. You see here, Power BI desktop. This one. You can see month year also in the bracket. That means it's a Power BI desktop which supports report server. You have to just click on it. Don't understand how to get to the other windows to make things. What's Mark? What's your query exactly? Say again, same area, again, same way of connecting data. There is no change at all. I'm just connecting. You can also connect your system database where we have material. I'm connecting to global superstore data. Same steps. There is no changes at all. Now I'm taking orders table. I'm just loading this. Once data is loaded, then I'm going to prepare a one small report, one visual. That's it. Not more visuals. Only one visual. Yes, Neha, I tried it. You can open old report also. The window where SQL was not running and you changed it to start. Yeah, I will show you. See, meanwhile, what you have to do, simply type configuration manager, or you can simply say manager. You see, again, this will be sitting somewhere also, because I'm not sure where it is sitting, but it's definitely there. I have to check with my friend. Our services, but definitely it's part of our server. Okay, Sneha given something. Probably Mark, you can give a try this. Sneha saying you can call that window from this location. Just give a try. Okay. Now what I did, I just taken one data set. I'm going to prepare one small report, so small visuals. This. This is done, right? Let's say, let's give a name to this. My system is very slow because I have a report server. My services are all running in my system. Let's say report server. Okay, now only thing is what we have to do. Click on say file, save as. You will see this option, Power BI report server. The moment when you clicked on it, so automatically it will find out the server address. Since we install report server in our local desktop, right? So it's identifying report server information. Okay, but in real time here probably you will give a proper URL. Okay, how we are connecting to our Power BI services, some email address, right? In the same way you are going to mention URL here, HTTP, exactly same as this. Then you will simply say okay. Here let's give a name to this report. In report parts, let's give a report test report 31st May. Say okay. That's it. My job is done. So instead of we are publishing this report into Power BI services, we are publishing this report into our on-premises server. Now, once this is done, as I said, we are going to give that URL to our end user, right? So for example, I'm a end user. So I will go to this URL, which you have given to me. Probably before come to this place, I have to enter my credentials. Here we are not having any credentials configured. Probably your web page admin, right? They will create those credentials for end users. Now it's done now. Let's see. It's still saving. Edureka guest, are you sync now? Guys, once we are created report server, you just open this Power BI desktop. Make sure your desktop should support report server. You have to create this visual in different desktop. Will we see the same two options in Power BI desktop? I didn't get your query. You know, now it's done. Let's see. First time we are doing this, right? That's the reason. No, it's looks difficult, but it's not that difficult to use. Now I'm an end user. I will be having this URL. Okay. Then I will come here and then I will type this URL in my web portal. So probably I have to give my credential. Those credential will be given by our local team, local IT guys. Okay. Once that is done, you will see report here. You see test report, which I placed. That's it. This is how end user will access our report. Now to do this, to access your report, you don't really need to have a license key, and you can customize this web page. Getting guys? You see, this is my report. Any questions here? But what you have to do, in which desktop you have to create? You have to create in RS and click on save as. Don't publish. Click on save as. You will see this option, Power BI report server. If you don't see this option, that means you are doing in normal Power BI desktop. If you don't see this option, that means you are doing in normal Power BI desktop. Getting for normal Power BI desktop, which is used to place our reports in services, you don't see this option. See, when I clicked on save as, it's open new window. This is my normal Power BI desktop, which I used for Power BI services. Yes or no? Any doubts around this? Guys, any doubts? Still confused? Yes, no? No doubts, right? Perfect. Yeah. What's your doubt, Edrica guest?
Yes, actually, I have done with the Power BI server, report server, but I
Okay.
could not see the you said there is a normal desktop and the one more desktop, right? The Power BI report desktop. I could not see the two options.
This one you have to download it. This one, right? This one
Okay.
you have to down.
Uh,
Guys,
the
you have to
RS.
download this one.
Okay, okay, okay. I got it.
Getting?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
no
okay.
worries. Guys, now we'll see report builder. It's a very small topic we have here called report builder. This one. We call them as a paginated reports. Okay. So anyway, we have two things in place. One is Power BI desktop, which we used for Power BI services, and another we have to place in our report server. Then what is the use of this tool or this tool? So here in this, we are going to prepare a paginated reports. That means if you see invoices, bank statements, right? Or probably whatever, it's more relevant to invoices. So if you want to have the such kind of a requirement to prepare an invoice, this is the place where you can build your report. This is a place where you can build the report. And in order to publish this report into Power BI services, you need to have a premium key, premium license. So without premium license, you cannot publish this report in your Power BI services. Getting? So here we have a only single line in our curriculum also, but just wanted to show you how it will work in real. Again, for this also you have to download. All of you downloaded this one, report builder. You see this one, you will see this in here. You You see paginated report builder. Guys, look at my screen. Go to Power BI services. If you're not already installed, you can install this and don't spend too much time here because it's not core subject for us to build reports in paginated report. That's why in our syllabus also, they didn't talk much about this concept. So let me show you how it will work. Just open this, and here I want to have a one visual, one report. Just click on chart wizard. In this setup, right, in report builder, it's not that easy to connect with Excel. I tried a lot to make it very simple way, but even I failed to do that. So then how you can get the data in this? One way, either you can connect data from SQL Server, or else we have a Azure setup also, right? So you can get the data from Azure database, but not in Excel. We have to configure ODBC and all to get data from Excel. It will take a lot of time. So just to make it simple, click on next, choose connection to a data source, click on new. Here you can name it as anything, Azure database. Here is a catch for you guys. You select Azure SQL database. Please look at my screen. Okay, yesterday also people are confused what to select from the drop down. Here you can name anything whatever you want, but here select connection type is Azure SQL database because we have a data in SQL Server, Azure SQL. If you are still unable to connect with this Azure SQL Server, but if you have a local SQL Server, and then you can simply say SQL Server. Both the way it will work. Then now in my Azure SQL, right? So I'm selecting Azure SQL here. Click on build. You see this build. Click on build. Server name. Yesterday what we have server details, same details you can place here. Server name. Now instead of use Windows authentication, click on SQL Server authentication. SQL Server authentication. So what is username? User is nothing but PBI user1, and password also this one. You have this all information now. So once this is done, click on this database. We have a Edureka database already in Azure. That's it. You see this setup. Please don't select Windows authentication because my SQL Server is not in my local system. This server is in a cloud. So we are connecting this Azure setup using SQL Server authentications. If you are connecting SQL Server which is in your local laptop, probably you can use Windows authentication. You see this one? All clear? Click on Edureka. All clear, guys? Once click on OK button. Once this is done, OK. It will ask you to again, if it is asking you to enter again credential, please. Oh my God, name, why it's name. Okay. You can verify test connection. See, asking again username. Same username you can give. Say OK. Test connection. Connection created successfully. Only you have to give this server name and this SQL Server details. Say OK. Click on OK. Next, click on next. If it is asking you again to enter credentials, give same credentials. Say OK. Now you will see database details here. In Edureka database, we have a table called Azure. Okay. So from here, You just expand this. You see this one, expand this. So whatever columns you want to prepare a report, you just pick all those columns. Okay. Now I'm more interested to have only category and subcategory. Probably I will have a sales here. Okay. So I have taken these columns, 2 dimension and 1 measure. Let me wait here. Is it clear, all of you? And tomorrow is very important topic. We are going to see gateways. Today topic is not such important, but we have spent good amount of time here. But tomorrow topic is more important than today's topic. That is a gateway. Why I'm saying so important? That is a key where you will see the difference from juniors and seniors in company. That is a key difference where you will see in juniors and seniors. Seniors will not help you in configuration of what you call gateways. They will not simply show how you can configure gateways. So please remember to attend tomorrow's class. Yeah, Rahul, I just saw your message. Sure. Getting, guys? So now here I have taken 3 columns: category, subcategory, and sales. So probably you have option to make it aggregate. Here you click. I want to see some of my sales based on these 2 categories. That's it. Click on OK. Here in aggregate, if you click on here, it will show you the mathematical operations what you can perform on these measures. Click on next. I'm going to use this chart, column chart. Select this, say next. Here again, how you want to see again? This is like a pivot table what we have seen in Excel and metrics table what we have seen in our Power BI test tab. So you can place category in series anywhere, wherever you want. Place categories and subcategory. Values, again it will expect to have some measurable values, right? So sum of sales, we have a numerical data, so I can measure this. This is a structure. In series, place category, subcategory, place and categories, and in values you can place your sales. Azure, Saurav, if you're not able to use Azure, then you can connect your SQL Server. Saurav will use, guys, tomorrow we are going to use SQL Server only to configure gateways. Okay, Azure will not help you out in tomorrow's class because there is a logic. Now this is done. Click on next. This is a preview of your report. Click on finish. You see again, it's a preview again. So again here you can add category, sales, any title you can add here. Here you have a good amount of options to explore, to give for a background color and font color, everything, and you can do it. Now what we have done, we have taken data and we have create one skeleton to see my sum of sales based on my category and subcategories. But still report is not deliver visuals. To deliver my visuals, here you see option called run. You have to click on run. The moment when you click on run button, right, you will see your report in place. This is my report. Getting? It's not too fancy, not stylish. Generally, we'll use this paginated report when you have a invoice. If you do some Google and YouTube, right, you will get some fair understanding about paginated reports. Click on design to go back to your original. So how to place this? Again, as I said, right, you see your question mark right left to this, you have a one option called sign in. If you are downloaded latest version, you will see sign in option there. So you have to click on that sign in option. Again, you have to pass this credentials. Which credentials? This credentials. But still it will not place this report into Power BI services. Why? Because we are using free account. Even if you have a pro license key, still you couldn't able to place this paginated report into Power BI services. Getting only premium. If you have a license key, premium license key, then only you can place this report into Power BI services. Otherwise, you cannot place it. Getting? Now, can you place this in your report server? Yes, you see here, publish report. If you click on this, it will ask you where to place. Again, I'm giving my report server details here. I'm simply saying connect. It will connect and it will place in my report server. Getting now? Now you see the difference. What is the use of report server and what is the use of Power BI services? To use Power BI services, you need to purchase premium. But if you have a report server, it is hosted in your locally, and you are the owner of that report server, then you can use paginated report. Yes or no? So once this is done, you can verify. Go to this report URL, and you can verify that report will be placed here shortly. And tomorrow we are going. If you have any quiz, please do let me know. Guys, tomorrow don't miss the class. I think tomorrow also it will take some extra time to do all gateways and all configuration. Guys, don't worry. We are making our hands so dirty because I feel this is the right place to make our hands dirty. If you are still having any issues, spend some time to fix those issues. Okay, that's how you will learn new things. Am I clear? Nilesh, you asked me this question, right? Can you please share me a reference link to trigger a Power Automated on dataset refresh? Nilesh, what I will do, I will show you in how you can trigger with API. Okay, because that's already in our class. So probably that will help you out. Now we'll see while install. Anupam, I will come to your place. You see now publish all review. Right, just click on this. Here one report part failed to publish. I don't know why it is saying, but that's how you can publish your paginated reports in your report server. Okay. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Guys, in our class, right? You're not learning basics. Understand this concept. And even you're not learning intermediate level. You are going to advanced level. Okay. This is something you're not really, you didn't find this in YouTube and Google. You have to search a lot to find these all details. Only one place where you have to focus more, probably at DAX. Again, for that also what I did, I prepared almost 50 files for you to go through. Just go through blindly. Don't look at other contents. So now I think I placed 20 workbooks, 20 Power BI desktop. Probably in next 2 or 3 days, I'm going to place remaining 40 workbooks there. So if you go through those DAX, then you will become a guru in Power BI. But only thing is you need to have a dedication. Yes, sir. Now, Rahul, I already shared that link, right? If not tomorrow, I will tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I will share you. Guys, Anupama, yes, where is Anupama? Anupama. Anupama, I'm making you as a presenter. Please share your screen, guys. Please don't forget to share your feedback. Especially there are two guys who are not at all given any feedback. Please, I request, it's humble request to share your feedback. And I see there are two guys joined recently. So for them also, it's required to share your feedback. Yes, Anupama, you are by default unmuted. Please unmute yourself and
Server installation following your document and ID. I have selected the first one, basic.
okay.
And further, when I come here, there is this, right, install SSMS. When I select
This
that, it is going how to open, like select the file, whether to do from Microsoft Edge, that different. Then I uninstall everything, whatever I installed in the evening.
okay. So basically, ma'am, this is a now here we are downloading two things. One is a SQL server. Okay, once you install SQL server, you see this SSMS is a studio.
Okay.
It's a studio, it's a console to control your SQL server,
Mm.
right? Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
it's a SQL Server Studio SSMS.
Correct.
Now,
Then
whatever I shown you, right? Just yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead,
Proceed,
go ahead.
proceed.
So just now, what I shown you, right, in my system, SQL Server Studio. That's the studio basically. So what you have done so far?
Abdul, I have come till here, Abdul. Okay. By selecting the
Okay,
basic installation, I have come till here. When I do
okay.
this, it doesn't go for next. Okay. Is
This
there a
page, okay.
separate link for this? Is my question.
No, if it's
But
taken you different location, that's go to first page. That's okay, no worries. Go to first page. Probably I'm go to first page.
this one, huh?
First
One
slide,
second.
first slide. Yeah. Come to next.
See, this is where I followed.
Okay. Go
Okay, I
go to
followed
next
this,
one.
but this screens doesn't match what you have given us. Okay,
Okay,
there
that is
might
a
be
old
that.
version. Okay,
Yeah,
old
small
version probably.
changes would be there. We went further, then I have selected, there were the three options. I selected for download for
Basic.
free, basic
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Then after that, I completed all this. Then I reached here.
Okay.
When I reached here, one second.
If you install SQL Server, on top of that, again you do a Google to install this SSMS and install it. No worries.
Oh, okay. Because
Okay.
that is where so basic is the right one, or I need to select any other thing?
No, no, basic is sufficient.
So I installed, I uninstalled also.
Oh, so I'm so
Mm.
sorry for that. I made you
No,
confused.
because your this one was going directly here. I was,
Ha,
but for me it doesn't go.
ha. Okay. No problem. You can install it separately also. That's okay. Okay.
Okay, I'll install.
Thank
I'll
you.
install. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, any other queries?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Abdul Raju
Yes.
this side.
Uncle, am I audible?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Go ahead, Raju. Go ahead.
Actually, I just recently installed a report server configuration manager. So can you just check that everything is fine? Either there is something error in my in this software.
In which software?
Can you take my Power
Okay.
BI server, report server?
Okay. Make presenter. Edureka guest DAX function which you have posted, does it use the same sales order data? Edureka guest, could you just elaborate more? Ha, Raju, this is,
Yeah, that is software. So this is a working or not? I'm just asking.
you click on apply, you will get to know once this is done. So far, so clear, I guess. Okay.
Clear, na?
Next web service.
I will
Go to next. Go to next. Click on web service URL. Okay. Go to database. Your change database here. You see here you need to have a server name, SQL server name. Click on change database.
just change.
Here you see change database.
Okay. So database server.
Wait, create a new report server, choose reporting server database. Click on next. Server name, yeah, perfect. Click on next. I think this is all mentioned in my PPT also, I guess, and I'm sure
Okay.
about this. Saurav, if you're there, could not connect server, was not found in. Okay, click on OK. Okay, let me just current user, right? There is a current user only. Could you just see what's there in drop down? Okay, so
SQL
say
Server.
SQL Server account if you
Abdul,
required.
so I think
Yeah,
we need to mention that slash SQL Express as well. Then it will work.
I don't think so, but again, give a try. At the end in
Because
server name, right? You have to give
same error I was facing, and I given that
Raju.
local DB name and it worked.
Okay, Raju.
Yeah.
Is this Raju's screen? Yeah. At
Yeah.
last,
Yeah.
after 90, right? Just you give forward slash. Not here. In server name. In server name.
Server
You
name.
see LAPCOR0090, right? Forward slash. It's a backslash. Forward slash. Another one. Yeah. So SQL Express.
SQL.
No, type it, type there. SQL.
Username.
Not in server name only. You have to
Okay.
type SQL Express. 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 RESS. RESS. Okay. In authentication, don't say SQL server account. You'll say current user. Drop down. Click on drop down. Yeah. Current user. Security. Yes. Click on test connections. No. Click on test connection. We'll see connections. Yes. Say okay. Say next. These all steps I placed in my PPT.
Abdul,
Saurav is
where
there.
is the PPT? Please, I am not able to find that PPT on Google Drive.
For that, okay, just find out in LMS. In today's module, I will place it in our
Okay.
LMS also, and I placed same in our Google Drive also. There
Yeah.
is a separate
Okay.
link I shared earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This
Thank you.
is cool, man. Yeah. Perfect.
Done.
Yeah. Perfect.
So next, web.
Now you say web portal URL. Yes, correct. Saurav is left already. Okay, no worries. Wait here before. Click on advance.
No, there is not working.
Okay, do one thing. Go to web service URL. The third option. Service after service account. Yeah, click on it. Here say apply.
Service account.
No, you are at right direction. Click on web service URL.
Okay.
Here you say apply.
Okay.
You click on apply.
Apply.
Here apply. Wait.
Done.
That's it now. Go to web portal URL now. You see now?
No,
Now click on apply now. So this is your URL to use. You see URLs, these are URLs
Okay.
which you can use to access your server. Okay, now click on apply.
Okay.
Job is done. Click on apply. That's how it will work. Deepa, Deepali, Edrika guest, EG, and Nilesh, Reshmant. I think English doesn't have any issues. Shreyasi Ghosh. And who else? Sneha. Sneha already done. Rahul, Edrika. Perfect. Any other queries, guys? Now what you do, you know, right? Next,
Done.
what are the steps involved next? Don't do anything now. Your job is done. Raju.
Done. Okay. Okay. Is it
Yeah.
done now?
Now,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Oh, you know what we have to do next? Go to a portal URL. No, do you know what you have to next? You copy this or click on this.
So not copy.
That's okay. Click on it. Click on it. Wait. You see now? That's okay. Click OK. Click OK. No worries. Now what you have to do, you have to open Power BI desktop RS. You have to visual, you have to draw, you have to prepare one report. Then you have to upload here.
How to download this RS Power BI desktop?
Go to Power BI services. Go to Power BI
Oh.
services. Yeah. Click on these three dots.
Okay.
Top right corner. Yeah. Click on those. You see
Download
downloads.
this.
Here you see.
I already download gateway.
No. Okay.
Manage
Don't
editing.
download.
I already done.
Go to
Okay.
same page. Go to same page. There. And just now we came from this, right? Report server. Go to report server. No. Go to report server. Where is your report server? Just now we
Report server.
configured, right? Just now we configured. Just now what we configured.
Okay.
Last
Okay.
tab.
Sorry.
This is this last page. Minimize this.
Okay.
Okay.
That
This
is
last tab you see. This is called a report server.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Click on this. That's okay. Click on
Download.
downloads. Click on it. You see a Power BI desktop. You download from here.
Okay. Okay.
Now you understood what you have to do.
Yes. Yes.
You have to download
Okay.
this. Prepare one report, and you have
Okay.
to click on. You take these two.
Both are 65.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead with only 64 ml.
Okay.
Okay, Raj, what you have to do, right? So once you are done, go to save as. You will see there option
Okay.
called report server. Click
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
So once you click, you will see this URL.
I have one question that any end user can see that report,
Yes, this is for
server
end user
report.
only. Yes.
No, I am just publishing my report on the web server, so other person can see that.
Why not?
Just like a
Other
just like
uh,
a
other
Power BI
can
server.
other can other can see it, but they need to have a credential to access your report. So how it will work in real time? Web page developer, right? You will be having web page developers. So they will create one layer on top of this server. Okay. Now you have a Prime Amazon, right?
Okay.
Amazon ID you have. I also Amazon ID. So how Amazon people given one extra layer to access my own account? Same way your web page developers will create one extra layer where you can place
Okay.
credential, your user ID and password. So once you give user ID and password, they will access this setup.
Okay.
Getting? Okay. Thank you all. If you are not having any issues, and
Hello,
if you don't,
Abdul.
yeah.
I have one doubt. Hello,
Yes. May I know who is this?
this is Dipali.
Yeah, Deepali. Go ahead.
Actually, I'm not able to, connect to the SQL server from the Power BI desktop. Actually, it's
Oh my
showing
goodness.
error.
Okay,
Yesterday,
I'm making you as a presenter.
Yeah, please.
Is that okay, Deepali? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And somebody also asking a question. May I know who is that?
Visible?
It's me, Abdul Lashman.
Lakshman.
Lashman.
Who is Reshmant? Reshmant. Go ahead, Reshmant.
My screen is
Yeah,
visible?
like I was conferring.
Okay, Reshmant, just give a second. We are unable to
Yeah,
connect to
yeah.
data source using an encrypt. Oh, you can say okay. It's connected already. Say okay. That's it. Say connect. You are connecting to where? This is a desktop. Okay. So connect. Click on connect.
Yeah.
But why you are using this PB user one, madam?
So which password and username I have to use?
Okay, you cancel this.
Okay.
You entirely cancel this window.
Okay.
Cancel this window.
Okay.
Okay. Come from beginning.
Okay. So get data.
Okay.
Actually, PC is very slow. It will take some time.
No worries. No hurries. Reshmant, what was your query?
Yeah, I was configuring the server and I had some issues. When I tried that backslash and SQL Express,
Okay.
but it ain't working.
It's not working.
That's the reason. Yeah, no.
No worries. We'll see. Deepal, you are connecting
Yeah.
to your local system or Azure setup?
Local system. Azure setup has done actually.
Okay, you are already done.
Yeah, that part is done. So can you just tell me the credential, like means user ID, password, and okay, database, right?
Yes.
And then SQL server.
Yes.
Okay, just connect. Okay, now
Now, what you have given earlier?
actually I do this. I
Uh, you are
right.
on the right direction. Yes.
I did the same thing. Okay,
That's it.
now
Okay.
right.
Click on OK. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Then
Hold on.
database.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Why you are going to database? Have you given
Okay.
any specific credential to database? No, right? Or you
No.
define any? Yeah. Click on Windows.
Okay.
Okay. Use my current credential. Click on connect.
Okay.
Click on OK.
Okay. Is
Now
it
you
done?
see? I think
Okay.
so. Do you see
Uh,
the table is added in fields? Could you just see?
which table?
Fine. That table. What? Just wait. We are just connected, right? Wait
Uh,
and wait. Where is the dialog box?
which table? I didn't get you.
No, we connected to. Yeah, you see, it's your system. It's in, I guess, sleeping mode. I guess.
Yeah, it's very slow.
Yeah.
Now?
Now this is what you have in your laptop.
Yes.
Database, server, and database. You click on Edureka Power BI. It's a database, right? Click on it.
Okay.
You just expand this arrow mark. You see there's a one right arrow. Yeah. There's a table.
Okay.
Click on it and load it. That's it.
Okay.
Now earlier, see how it will happen on database level also we'll have a credentials. In real
Okay.
time also we'll have the same thing. Your DB guy will restrict you at Windows level. He will restrict you at database level. He can
Okay.
restrict you at server level also. Okay. So there are
Okay.
various steps where he will set the rules and regulations. Will not easily allow us to go in his domain. Now, why we
Oh,
have taken Windows? Why we have taken Windows authentication? Because our SQL server is in our own laptop.
yeah.
Okay. When we have SQL server, we are not set any rules on my database also, and
Yeah.
I'm not restricted. That's the reason we don't require to go with database option. We can straightly go with Windows authentication. Clear?
Okay. Okay. Now how I will know that I am connected? Like everything has done, but is there any like means window or
So
anything
you
I
don't
want?
need to. You just go to fields here, right hand side. You have a field, right?
Yeah.
Right hand side. Go. Just yeah. You see now it's still loading.
Okay.
It's still loading.
Yeah, I'll get the some. Okay.
How do you know that you have a connection with SQL?
Uh,
That is your question, right?
yeah. Actually, at the time of Azure, so Azure was written there in the field when I completed my connections.
Okay. So here, how you'll get to know? You have to go to File, and there is an option called Setting, right?
Yeah.
So you have to go to that option and settings. There you will see the link what you have in your Power BI desktop.
Okay. Okay.
See now it's creating. Okay.
Okay.
Reshmantu, welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, ma'am. Reshmantu, I am making you as a presenter. Please go ahead. Ahmed, do you have any queries?
Abdul,
Yes,
can you
hold on
hear
here.
me? Yeah.
Now this is good. Now go to database.
Yeah.
Click on change database.
Okay. Next.
Create next. Click on test connections.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, now it came, but I had issues. I don't know, suddenly, as soon as you enter the thing, it's succeeding automatically.
That's okay, man. Click on next. Click on next.
Okay.
Click on next. That's it.
I don't know when I will be doing the system thing, it doesn't work. And yesterday also, when you started with the, taking the presentation, it succeeded.
Hey, that's okay. Now you know what to do. Just now we fixed same issue with I
Yeah.
think Rahul or someone else. We fixed the same issue, right? Same thing you have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do.
yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
I need to check the portal, and if it's opens, I need to check the
You
time.
have to check the URL. It will open the URL also in your web portal. Then you have to install that Power BI RS. You
Okay.
already installed, I see, on your desktop.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
open this
yeah.
RS. Yeah,
Yeah.
create one visual and click on save as. There you have
Okay.
to mention the URL key. Okay,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
share
Thank you,
see.
Abdul.
Okay, thank you. Chalo, take care. Don't
Yeah.
forget to give feedback.
Yeah. Sure.
Bye bye, guys.